Smack talking raw, where the legends live and the rookies get schooled in law. This ain't just talk. This is smack talking raw. You ready, Pinky? Judge always Ron. Let's lay the smack down. Boom.
Welcome to another episode of Smack Talking Raw. I'm your boy Pinky, and Rostradamus is out. So good old Spicy Icy is back.
The Spicicle is here, baby!
What's going on, my friend? How we doing?
Oh, you know, doing good. It's been a crazy weekend. Just loving on the sports. Definitely having a hard time scheduling around different things right now, so that's been a challenge. Can't say that I've had to. I shouldn't say had, but I haven't had a reason to watch this many sports in segments in my life. So it's been very interesting because I try to have a very scheduled out situation, and this is throwing everything off. But I'm here for it, bro. Wrestling. I've watched some of the things here over the last weekend today at the office, and bro, I got some questions that need answering for you this evening, sir.
All right.
So
well, I am here for it, buddy. Kick it off, man. What do we need to know? What's going on?
All right. So we're gonna break this down here. I want to start off with this question first, though, because I feel like this is it's something that made some major headlines, and being a new person, want to understand kind of what your feelings are on this. So. I know you said there were a couple of great matches. There were some that were kind of duds. ESPN said that the WrestlePalooza was not worth remembering. They rated it fairly bad. So with where WWE is at right now and with their fan base and some of these other things that are happening behind the scenes, give me your take. What did you think of WrestlePalooza? What was your rating? And then we'll start breaking it down.
So I got to start off with a Ron's rant, because that's what we usually do with the show.
Okay,
so
lay it on me.
I gotta pick up the mantle this week for Ron, and I gotta lay down Pinky's rant.
Let's go.
So, I'm sitting there Saturday night. I'm at an event with my wife, and I'm sitting here thinking, hey, when I get done with this event, it'll be like 7 o'clock. I can go home. I can get, comfortable, and then watch WrestlePalooza. And I'm like, you know what? Hey, I've got a couple minutes. Let me get it on my phone real quick and see what's going on. And I pull up my ESPN, and I log into it with my YouTube TV, only to find out that YouTube TV and ESPN have not come to an agreement yet for these for ESPN's premium content. So I was left out in the cold without being able to watch wrestling. And what really pissed me off is I'm watching SmackDown on Friday night with R-Truth doing 2 different tutorials, which was really funny, about how you can log into ESPN. He's teaching other wrestlers how to log in. And don't worry, if your cable provider has ESPN, you already got it, dog. Like, it was hilarious, and it was like, okay, it made me feel warm inside of knowing, yeah, I've got a cable provider that's got ESPN.
I'm not this lame.
And then come to find out, no, Dish TV, which is what Ron has, doesn't have an agreement yet. YouTube TV doesn't have an agreement yet, and there was one other major provider does not have an agreement yet with. It was like half the available subscribers out there could not watch this show. So thankfully, I had a good buddy of ours. hooked me up with his login so I could watch the show. So I got to see it all. But it really, really angered me that they put this deal together. They jumped off of Peacock so quickly, and half of the cable companies out there don't have an agreement yet to show this. That is awful by ESPN and TKO. Awful. Do better. Get this figured out before Crown Jewel. Otherwise, I'll have to steal Cody's login again.
I mean, I'm sure Cody would be willing to oblige. Cody's a great guy. So
he's a good guy. He knows.
I feel like in
he
case of emergency, break glass. Cody, I need a login.
He knows Pinky can't have a wrestling show if he can't watch wrestling.
You see it here, instead of claim your kingdom, claim your network. Something like that.
Oh man. So
geez,
that really got me hot.
Sure.
To start with.
And rightfully so. I mean, it's like the NFL situation, right? Like, if you don't have the Sunday Ticket or Red Zone, now there's Red Zone with ads,
or Prime, or Peacock, or Netflix.
It's very expensive to be a follower here in the States, because if we lived anywhere else, there wouldn't be this problem.
Nope.
It would just be on one.
Maybe I need to talk to you about helping me set up a VPN.
I know a couple people.
Watch it. Then I can just watch it through the VPN and watch it on Netflix.
I know a couple people. So
we might have to work that out.
Figure that out.
So coming back to the event itself, the internet community is definitely down on this event. The ESPN, not reporter, but reviewer, writer that was writing up the review on the show did give it very average marks for the show. And I think I can understand where they're coming from. So overall, when you think about this show, there's nothing really memorable behind it. There was nothing surprising or shocking. Most of the event, Ron was 5 for 5. He called every single match on our prediction show. He called every single one.
Well done, Ron.
It was like he was writing them. He was like, "Yep, I wrote that one. Oh, I wrote that one too." Ron Stradamus was on point.
And dude, his wrestling IQ is through the roof.
He's got 40 years of knowledge behind him, so he should be. But I think that's where the because there was nothing shocking, there were no surprises, there were no heel turns, there was no comebacks, like somebody coming back. That's always kind of an easy surprise for people. There just wasn't any memorable moments. Now, to be fair, we've had a lot of memorable moments this year already. You had the John Cena heel turn. You had the WrestleMania. You had Paul Heyman turning on Roman. You had, R-Truth coming and busting up John Cena after he had been fired.
And rehired.
You had Becky Lynch, right, coming out of nowhere. So there's been a lot of those moments throughout the year. So I can see why you're not you don't have one of those moments. But the problem is, this is the first show on ESPN. The very first one. This show had more hype than anything I can remember. This was on Thursday, Friday, Saturday before the show. Wrestlers on ESPN shows. ESPN shows talking about wrestling. That was amazing. I was in the gym working out at work, and they had ESPN on, and they had Triple H talking. They had Stephen A breaking down his top 5 wrestlers of all time, which I'm gonna.
Yeah, I know that was debatable. I saw that list. I was, even for a guy that doesn't know a lot of wrestling at the moment, that was a pretty bad list. That was not a good list.
I mean, 2, 3, and 4, you can argue those were fine. 5 and 1 was pretty bad, and I definitely want to talk with Ron about it when he gets back, because that was pretty bad overall. But again, coming back to that excitement, seeing that wrestling's being talked about on mainstream sports. It's right up there with football and college football and baseball. Like in the past, it may have been a footnote, wrestling. Like, oh, this happened. Okay. No, I mean, lately, wrestling has been a primary topic on ESPN, and that's great to see. So then in return, though, you would hope that there was going to be something that came out of this weekend that left you going, wow. You know, I think we kind of want those water cooler moments. Ron's talked about it before of, when something happens where the casual fan would come up to you at work and be like, "Oh my God, did you see what just happened?" Like,
Me, the casual fan.
right, the casual like you. If you came like, "Oh my God, I saw Tiffany Stratton did this," like I'd be like, "I know, right?" Like, let's break it down. We just didn't have any of that from this show, and I think that led a lot of people to be disappointed with all the hype, the excitement. Triple H saying there's going to be some surprises and things people haven't seen. I think he meant because there may have been some casual folks who had never watched wrestling before watching the show because now they have access to it.
Like, he said that. He said that for every event, every PLE, the last year, and I can say that because I've been watching it for the last year with you. I haven't got into wrestling at all until I met you. So like every event, he's like, "You're gonna see some things that have never happened. You're gonna be so shocked. Like it's gonna be the talk of the town." And I'm like, "Where? Where? There hasn't been anything." Like I would say the only like shocking thing, monumental thing, was Cena turning heel. That like for me, I was like, that was a moment for as a casual person.
Like I started, cool. Technically, if you've been keeping up throughout the year, all of those moments I mentioned were all moments that are like, whoa, like, wow, like
sure,
really crazy moments. Seth Rollins at SummerSlam, right? Coming down the ramp with the crutches and then throwing him down and then going down to the ring and beating CM Punk with the briefcase, cashing in and taking that belt. Like that was awesome, right? Those are those memorable moments that you're just wanting to have. And I would have bet big money that WrestlePalooza was going to have one of those moments because it was this is actually supposed to be kind of an annual event moving forward. And this was just like one of your forgettable back, it
was like a night of Monday Night Raw.
Right. Yeah. Right. And then all of the competitors and entertainers were, these are top guys. The card is great. It's just kind of
the card was awesome, but it didn't
came from it.
Yeah.
So,
which I know in one of these events we did have John Cena and Lesnar. Yeah, I was just about to bring that up. So, give me the rundown of that match. I know Lesnar ended up winning. I know that was kind of controversial, but you'd also made a point that Lesnar can't really lose because he's the beast. So, like, kind of walk me through what you thought of that match and how it went down.
So, I'm a Cena guy, obviously, right? So, Cena, the Never Seen 17, that's my guy. I just get choked up thinking about it. The issue with this match is it was 8 minutes. Lesnar squashed Cena. And it was literally just a replay of their 2014 SummerSlam match that Ron was at, where Ron specifically said it was uncomfortable in the arena seeing Cena suplex like 16 times. Like, because you're actually getting worried for him as an entertainer, just getting suplexed and suplexed and suplexed, right?
Right.
So seeing this happen where John got a couple hits in and then it was boom, done, over, just didn't sit right with me and a lot of the wrestling community. Now, like you said, Lesnar being the beast, Lesnar, if he is staying moving forward, if he's going to stay another year or 2 or 3 years or whatever his contract is for, it makes sense in that aspect of the beast is back the Beast came and squashed someone, and then he's going to move on to the next guy, right? That makes sense. The problem most people have is this is Cena's retirement tour. When this happened, there was 6 dates left. After this, there's only 5. Now, if you bring this, the only way this makes sense to me is if we finish the year, either Survivor Series or Saturday Night Main Event, which is Cena's last match. If he finishes it going against Lesnar, he gets his ass beat, and then Super Cena comes out and he wins, and it leaves us all with that great feeling, right? He climbed the mountaintop, right? The hero overcame adversity, right?
Right.
That makes sense. Now, what was great about this? Cena comes out, the crowd goes wild. The yellow color, yellow and blue is fantastic. He's got like 30 kids with him out on stage. They're all in t-shirts. They're all having a great
John
time.
Cena, like
it is awesome. Lesnar keeps F5 in him, busts him up, leaves him in a pile in the ring, and literally they're panning around and there's kids crying. Now that's pretty awesome.
I mean, that's legit. That was one of the few things I did see from the weekend, which I thought was pretty awesome. Like,
so I think that when you can get that type of emotion from kids or people in the crowd, you did something right. But it just again, if they don't, again, there's a lot of rumors out there. The rumor is this was it. Like, Cena will not face Lesnar again. If he doesn't face Lesnar again, I'm like, well, what was the point of this then? Like, because Lesnar could have came back and bulldozed anybody.
Right. But why
and
Cena?
Run them. He could have run over CM Punk. He could have run over Seth Rollins. He could have run over LA Knight, Jey Uso. Like, he could have ran over anybody. He could have ran over multiple people in a row to show that dominance of the Beast is back.
Right.
I don't know why he had to go over Cena. So that's kind of what my
Understood.
This was tough for me to watch, man. This was tough.
I can imagine because Cena's your boy. So, you did mention another name that I wanted to ask you about, which was Jey Uso. So I know the Usos had a match there with, was it Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker? Was that right?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Okay. So walk me through this one. I'm a big fan of the Usos, mainly because that's my 2-year-old little nephew's favorite thing to do is the yeet. I taught him, and it's the whole thing. So like I'm partially attached to that now. So give me the rundown. I'm excited for your take.
This was a good match. It really was. Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, the Usos. Usos are one of the best tag teams of all time. They worked well together. The surprise beforehand was they made LA Knight the guest referee. And so LA Knight was kind of letting anything go. He wasn't
sure.
It was not a no disqualification match. And yet we're getting chairs and tables, and he just kind of let everything go. Now, he did count 1, 2, 3 fairly. He was being impartial in that way. He just wasn't, he was just allowing anything to happen. And
violence.
Yeah, it was violence, and this worked out really well. It looks like Jay ended up blocking a chair, and it came back and hit him in the head, and it actually split him open. And I think at that point, they went to, okay, finish the match, because he needs to get that look. Like, he was really bleeding. So they were like, we got to get him looked at. So they kind of finished it pretty early right after that. They had Braun Breaker spear both the Usos through a table. And then it was 1, 2, 3. But this was just a fun match. Again, not shocking, not surprising. But again, at the end of the day, I got a feeling they're going to try to put the tag titles on Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. That's why you have them go against one of the top tag teams of all time. And then now they can come and take over they can take the belts from Judgment Day. And now the Vision starts having power. Everybody's got belts. Seth's got a belt, Becky's got a belt, and they've got the tag belts. Now that's a power group, right? So,
Fair.
trying to think of anything else but I mean, now there's, again, there was the beef with LA Knight and Jey Uso that continued on to Raw last night. Pretty fun stuff. This story of the Vision, the Usos, and LA Knight, it's working. I like this story that they've built. They haven't done a great job of building a lot of stories. This is one that's actually been pretty good.
Great. Okay. Well, then I'll definitely have to put this on my list to watch there tomorrow. And see what happened there.
Yeah, throw it on. It's worth. I think it's still worth watching if you are a true wrestling fan.
I mean, I'm getting there. I definitely should get the exposure, so I'll get through it. So wrapping that up there. I know this was your like saving grace of the whole weekend here. Io Sky and Stephanie Becerra. So without Stephanie, you would be depressed the whole week, and I wouldn't be able to handle you at work. So I'm glad Stephanie rescued us from that. But give me your breakdown. What happened in this match? What were your favorite moments? Let's go.
So I got to start a little bit with Stephanie's story. So obviously, Ron, I'm only going to give him credit because he's not here. Ron turned me on to Stephanie. Said, you got to check out this girl in NXT. She's killing it. And she's got a great ass. And I was like, well, I'm an ass man. So absolutely, let's check it out.
Can't go wrong.
It did not disappoint. But then on top of that, she is fantastic in the ring. She really does.
She's awesome to watch.
She knows judo and jiu-jitsu. She MMA. She does a lot of different training techniques that you can kind of see in her movement. And so that just tells you that she's really gone a long way of just getting really good at different disciplines to help her in her wrestling techniques. So I really appreciate that. I appreciate that this woman, there's no wrestling in Chile. There's no training and wrestling in Chile. She moved to Mexico on her own as a young female in her 20s. She lived in a restaurant. She worked at a restaurant after she broke her face in her second match, and she actually lived in the restaurant to save money. Then she moved to Japan. Then she got noticed over in Japan. WWE picked her up, and it's been just a whirlwind since then. She's only been around WWE almost a year now.
Kind of like Tiffy's situation, right? Like
kind of like Tiffy's
pretty
situation,
awesome.
right?
I'm
really going to the moon. And then on top of that, when you hear her talk, you can feel the passion she has for wrestling. You can feel it. Wrestling means everything to her. And that's really awesome to see. So that's why, again, when you have a match like this, and then on top of this, her dad was in the audience for the first time ever seeing her wrestle live.
That's awesome.
How can you not root for that? Right? That's
Solid.
Just a great moment. I can only imagine as a father seeing my child as this superstar for the first time. The pride.
You got to get Harmony going, bro.
She says she wants to go to wrestling school, but she's got to work. She'd have to work really hard athletically to get there. So back to the match itself. I mean, Io Sky, pound for pound, I believe there's an argument. You could say she's at least in the top 3 when it comes to wrestling. She's amazing. She's an amazing wrestler. And when you bring in another amazing wrestler like Stephanie, you're going to have great matches. And I will say, like, at first, to me, it felt a little clunky at the beginning as they were kind of feeling each other out and kind of getting into the groove. But once they found the groove, they had such good chemistry. Everything was great. when Stephanie hits her with it wasn't quite the spin off the top rope. It wasn't quite what they were kind of saying it was on the telecast, but when she hit that, and she hit it so clean and perfect after a 20-minute match. And that's what I'm really, as I become more and more involved
The
and
endurance.
more interested in the inner workings. Like, I try to watch every move as it's done to see how did they do that so safely? How did they make that look clean,
Safe.
but it's still safe, right? So when she hit that, and she hit it so clean after wrestling for 25 minutes, I was just like, wow. What you have to do to be able to make that happen is pretty fantastic. And then her kneeling and having the belt, and you could see the tears of joy, and just knowing what she's gone through. It was one of those moments that I expected it. I expected this is what was going to happen. I didn't think Io would get the belt, just because Io's got some other things going on that she doesn't need the belt for her storyline with Asuka, which
Right.
also came up last night as well. So and I'm so excited about what this does for Stephanie, and what this does for the WWE. Now that we've got this new champion that's still new to the audience for the most part, we can have her go and have fantastic matches with everyone. Rhea, Bianca, Naomi when she comes back, Becky Lynch. We bring Becky Lynch up to the main event. Charlotte Flair. Like, there's so many different. She could go play in any sandbox, because she doesn't technically have a feud or a storyline at the moment, and she doesn't need one for a couple months. So they have some time to figure out like where they want to go. I'm excited for this. I mean, you watched a little bit of it, right? Saw some of it, the highlights.
Yeah, I saw some of it. I mean, incredible. I mean, again, just the athleticism from them both. I didn't realize how long of a match it was till you just mentioned it, because I've only seen clips. But since Io has really started in the last several months, anyway, I've really grown a liking to her. I dig her theme song. I think it's sick. Sounds like a
Dude,
cyberpunk song. Like I'm all for it.
when her theme
Um,
song comes on, I envision a John Wick fight scene.
dude, straight up, man,
Like,
it's
I see
awesome.
it I see it right in here, and
In
I'm
your
like,
mind's eye, it's just right there.
I could choreograph this fight scene when I hear her music. So, yeah,
It,
Io Sky has done nothing but put on amazing matches all year.
absolutely,
She's
absolutely.
she's my wrestler of the year, like inside the ring. My
Nice.
overall wrestler is Toni Storm, but that's just because that girl's crazy.
That girl's
Yeah.
wild. We're not there yet. We'll get to NXT. So I mean, again, I love this match from what I've seen. I can't wait to finish it and see the whole thing. So definitely will be taking some notes, and we'll be coming back to you, Pinky. Next, of course, which I know you've been really excited about, Pinky, is the couple showdown. Like, I don't know what else to call it. Like, I don't know why they didn't bill it that way, but like, it's the couples showdown. Like, this is the GOAT couples title right here.
So
Like,
I think Ron said it best. I think he said it last week. The one thing about this match overall is there was nothing at stake. And it just felt
too
like
true.
this match needed that. Whether that's, hey, if Punk and AJ Lee win, they get a shot at the titles individually. If they lose, they can't challenge for the title. Something
So
at stake.
what you're saying is they need to add a little spice, is what I'm hearing.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm gonna tell you, man, like, the people that are crapping on WrestlePalooza, I feel like they just got off put about not having like that surprise or that shock. But if you didn't watch this match and just see all the cool stuff, like Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins just pummeling CM Punk, playing games with CM Punk, playing games with AJ Lee. Finally, CM Punk tags AJ Lee, but the ref didn't see it, so he pushed her back out of the ring. They kept playing all of, like, that was Tag Team Wrestling 101, man. It looked awesome. And then AJ Lee finally gets in, and they're going back and forth, and AJ Lee throws the Black Widow on Seth Rollins, which looked amazing. And then she got it on Becky again. Punk, it was just a great match, and you just see that dynamic. And to me, like when you think about it as couples, like when you do mixed tag teams, it's usually not an actual couple. These are actual couples, like outside the ring.
Dude, there should have been like a couple's belt or something. Like they should have done it just for this. Like it would have been awesome.
And maybe that's a little maybe too far, Robert. But
Hey, we gotta get inventive at some point. All right.
I mean,
like
technically, you could build a couples tag team division with a couple of the groups that are out there, but you'd have to bring in, Chelsea Green's husband is Matt Cardona. He's off on the Indies.
But that would be cool.
It could be a fun concept. I could agree, because when you're on the mic and you're talking shit, you're not just talking shit about AJ Lee. You're talking shit about CM Punk's wife to his face, right? I don't know about everybody else, but if somebody's talking shit about my wife to my face, I'm going to have some problems. And then if she's standing by me and I don't do anything, I'm going to have problems. So this was really fun. It's a great match. And I think it's a great match from the aspect of, if you enjoy tag team wrestling, you'll see the intricacies of what's happening during the match. So really good time.
Awesome.
Oh man, it's good stuff.
So moving on from the couples match, again, I didn't get to see any of this yet, so I'm still working my way up. I mean, now you're getting into some of my language, which I still haven't watched this match because he's my boy. I do love myself some Cody Rhodes. Let's go. American Nightmare. So I also love Drew McIntyre. I really am so hurt by Hollywood that they have not done something with him for the Highlander reboot that's coming with Henry Cavill. I'm like, can we just get something? Like, just a little something. It would be wonderful. But these two guys are some of my favorite wrestlers that since I started getting into it, like I said this last year with you. So walk me through this match. How was it?
This match is fine. There's nothing bad about it. There's a missing component. And I think another thing that the wrestling community is upset with is there was a feeling. So Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, and Randy Orton have been in this storyline / vortex together over the last 3-4 months, right? And this vortex, you just felt like Randy Orton should show up and do something. Cause Cody to lose the belt, cause Drew to lose the match. Like he should have been involved. The rumor is Cody and Drew pitched Randy Orton showing up and costing Cody the title. Turning heel. The fans are really urging them to make Randy Orton a heel. I don't know. He's been over with the fans lately. And sometimes when you're over, it's worth more money than if you make him a heel and a villain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Randy Orton's got so much cachet as a hero and a villain. I don't think it really matters, in my opinion. If he's a bad guy, he'll sell tons of T-shirts as the bad guy. If he's a good guy, he'll sell tons of T-shirts and people will sing his song regardless. It doesn't matter.
RKO out of nowhere with the villain backstory would be pretty cool.
Right. But I totally agree. If Randy Orton had come out and cost Cody Rhodes the title, it would have been great. And that would have been the perfect ending to this show that would have got people talking. Did you see Randy Orton come out of nowhere and punt Cody Rhodes? The ref didn't see it. He punted him, and Drew McIntyre pinned him 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring, took the title, and now Cody's got to chase again. Like there is something about Cody chasing. Ron said it best last week. He likes Cody chasing for the title more than he does when he has the title. And there's something about that. I feel that too. I love Drew McIntyre. Cody's cool. I like Cody. Cody's a good guy. I do think he's the quarterback, right? John Cena was the quarterback. Now Cody Rhodes is the quarterback. He's the epic good guy. Makes sense. He's the guy that's always going to fight the bad guys. Love it. We need those guys. But I like the bad guys. And Drew McIntyre is kind of a jerk, but everything he says is true. So then I wrestle with, is he really being a jerk? Right? Is he really being the bad guy? Or is he just telling the truth? So, and the Scottish Warrior, dude, when his song hits, like, I am in it. The beats, the bagpipes, I am feeling it. The Scottish in me comes out. So I think that's what this match is fine. Everything about the match is fine. I don't like the one, like Cody beat Drew clean. I didn't quite like that part of it. It just felt like this was the moment that they could have really made an impact with something happening.
This could have been the water cooler talk.
This could have been the water cooler talk, and I think they missed that moment. So
understood. Pinky thinks we have a miss. Got it.
Yeah. Again, the match is fine too. Like there's nothing
no
wrong with it.
I'm still excited. So
it's like it just doesn't have that. It's like if you watch a movie that's really good and then the ending's not great, it kind of spoils the whole thing for you. That's kind of what this felt like.
Understood. All right, understood. Okay. Well, I'll have to keep that in mind when I'm watching it, and I'll probably see what you see, so we'll go from there. It's pretty awesome when you have a couple veterans teaching you wrestling, so it makes it a little easier to understand. So I know Pinky, we had some pretty big news today about a new match getting announced, or was that yesterday?
This was today. This got put together today in just a couple hours this morning.
Okay. So what did we get?
So it is official. John Cena will face AJ Styles at Crown Jewel in Perth. And they had an epic feud 2016 with a really, really, really great match. That is actually, I want to say it's viewed as one of Cena's best matches ever.
Okay.
So, and this dude, Cena's wrestled for 23, 24 years. To have one of his best matches ever, that says something. Now, Cena started it this morning with a tweet that talked about AJ Styles and we should make it happen and blah, blah, blah. And then the next thing you know, Triple H is saying this is happening. Like, boom, we've got it. So I feel like they had this pre-planned. Because it was literally a tweet from John Cena and then a tweet from Triple H, and now we've got the match. I've had a couple people already message me today, Cody being one of them. Pinky, what do you think about this? And like, there's no lead up or there's no story. And I'm like, well, bro, we don't need a story for this one. This is just the greatest hits match. And there's no lead up for this because John Cena doesn't have an appearance until October 11th. There's no SmackDown. There's no Raw. We won't see him again until October 11th. Who can I put him in a match with that will at least be a good match and make sense of why he would have a match with a guy? AJ Styles. And AJ Styles is running out of time too on his career. So this makes sense. I think this will be a really fun, exciting match. I'm in for it, baby. I'm in for it. Crown Jewel's looking up, man. We got this already. We got Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes. We got Stephanie Vaquer versus whoever wins the triple threat match on SmackDown on Friday. So Crown Jewel's already stacking up to be a pretty good show so far.
And all I have to say, Pinky, is, you give me a hard time for when I watch my races. And what time is this starting?
This is going to start at I think that's the pre-show. I think it actually doesn't start till 10 a.m.
So 8 a.m. our time? So first thing in the morning?
I think it's going to start. We'll figure it out. But yes, this will be early. This will be early.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
which
I watched F1 at 5 a.m. Sunday. Okay.
I know. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you. There's nothing like getting up at 4:30 and getting out of the house and going somewhere to watch F1 racing.
That is Tron weekend, by the way, too. So we're gonna have to figure out some things. But anyway, so coming back to wrestling. So we've got this coming up. So that was just announced. Then we have the recap from Wrestlepalooza, starting with Monday Night Raw. I know that was last night, but walk me through what happened on Raw. You said there were some pretty crazy things that happened, specifically to
man.
Mommy.
Oh, dude. So
I saw the after photos.
Yeah. So Raw last night, one of my favorite moments. Stephanie did come out as a new champion. They typically have you come out. They introduce you as new champion. There's fireworks. You get to talk to the crowd, and Stephanie had a heartfelt message for the crowd. You can tell she's been working on her English because her English was pretty damn good in this promo. She probably practiced it quite a bit because she didn't really stutter. It wasn't tough for her to make, to say exactly what she wanted. So great. And she had her dad there again as well. So it was a great moment. So I love that. Man, this was one of the Raws this year that I was like completely entertained. I'm sitting here with Raw on my tablet and the Monday Night Football game, and I'm like trying to pay attention to both. And Raw was so good. I kept looking. I'd look down and oh, damn, Gibbs just got another 8 yards. Oh, they just scored. Okay, like, it was awesome. Penta and the War Raiders versus the New Day. I'm telling you.
I know, you told me. I didn't see it yet.
That Mexican Destroyer off the top rope is so sick. So sick.
I'm working on it. I'm sorry. There's so much to watch.
And WWE must trust Penta a lot. And it's in Penta's hands to keep Grayson Waller safe on that move. And Grayson Waller sold the hell out of it too. As he hits the mat and he just pops up. Like, it's so cool, man. It was a fun match between them. No disqualification. Like, this was a Raw that was like, wow, like, this was a Raw you got to watch. I would have been at the water cooler today telling you about it if we had time. Then we had, there was Bailey had a great segment. Who was Bailey even wrestling? I don't remember who Bailey was wrestling, but that was a fun match. Lyra, Bailey's kind of going insane. Oh, she wrestled Roxanne Perez, which she's amazing.
Oh, okay.
Roxanne Perez is damn good. And Raquel was out there. And so Lyra came out to help Bailey, and Bailey was being real nice to her. And then Bailey went crazy at the end. She's got this dual personality thing going. I kind of dig it. I kind of dig that, it's hard as an actress to do that, right? To be completely one person and then change and be a completely different person with the snap of a finger.
Totally.
She's pulling it off so far. So really good stuff. And then the whole Raw ended. Rusev had a great fun match with JD McDonough, but it was Dominic Mysterio who put him in the match with Rusev. And then Rusev beats the crap out of him.
That's
and
funny.
Now Rusev's got a match with Dirty Dom next week. So that whole dynamic was fun. And then the Judgment Day is starting to turn on Dominic, or Finn Balor is starting to turn on Dominic. So that's a kind of a fun change in storyline. And then Asuka still being upset about Io Sky having friends. And Rhea Ripley had enough. So they ended up getting a match going for the main event. Amazing match. Rhea and Asuka back and forth. Rhea gets the pin, 1, 2, 3. And then Asuka sprays her. And Asuka gets Kairi Sane to start beating down on her. They're beating down on her. Io Sky runs down. And then Asuka turns on Io, which is crazy because they've been friends forever, right? Damage control. And she turns on her. And then then it ended. But you see Rhea with this blue, mist that got all over her. Like, it was everywhere.
It was everywhere.
Everywhere. Like, I don't know. I must have missed where Asuka went in the corner and just drank a whole bunch of stuff, and because there's no way she had that in her mouth the whole time.
No,
right?
I don't know what happened, but yeah.
She had to have been on the ground for a moment. She drank a bunch of stuff, kept it in her mouth, got pinned 1, 2, 3, and then
Yeah.
so, dude, crazy. So, Raw got me excited, and I get even more
Good.
excited when Ron tells me Raw was good, because that means he had a smile on his face, and I like it when Ron's happy. So,
It's always good to have Ron happy. He
it's always good
deserves
to
it.
have Raw happy. Ron happy. Let's see, we got just a little bit of time left, so we'll hit some quick hitters then.
Yeah, I mean, that's so I guess the only other thing here is if I'm not mistaken, there is an NXT event this weekend, which you brought up Tony Storm earlier. Is Tony Storm wrestling this weekend?
Well, I know you not quite know this. Tony Storm is in AEW, not WWE.
Oh, not NXT. Gotcha. Understood.
So we don't get
My bad.
Tony Storm in WWE promotion. But if she was, she'd be amazing. But she couldn't be who she is. Her character would be censored and
True.
having Tony Storm in AEW makes complete sense because they just let her do whatever she wants. She says what she wants. She does what she wants. It's amazing. In WWE, TKO would have them, censor her to where it wouldn't be any fun. So, yes, we've got NXT No Mercy. This is a great show. Funny enough, we were not as big a wrestling fans last year as we are this year. The No Mercy show was in Denver last year before the Monday Night Raw that we went to.
Oh, well, that sucks.
So could have technically gone to both shows.
That would have been cool.
So, No Mercy. This is going on in Fort Lauderdale on Saturday. This is my man, Ethan Page. Ethan Page, to me, right now, outside of Gunther, is the best bad guy in the business. He is hilarious. All ego. Kill him with a smile. His whole character is hilarious. This is the NXT North American belt you see on his shoulder. That belt, he's got the actual leather as a Canadian red and white with the Canadian.
Yeah, I was gonna say I see those details.
It's awesome.
That's pretty sick.
He's fighting Tavion Heights, who's a kind of newer guy, Olympic wrestler, and they've been kind of having a feud the last couple weeks. I mean, Ethan Page should win. Ethan Page is on a different level. Ethan Page should win. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, is Joe Henry part of this group?
Joe Hendry has been on. So he's a TNA wrestler, but he's pretty much like on loan to NXT. Gotcha. He's been on every episode of NXT, and it's always the funniest moments. Understood. There were like 2 weeks ago, there was a tag match, and the guy just yells out, "Joe Hendry!" And all of a sudden, Joe Hendry comes out of the wall. Like another time, he came out of a fridge. Like he's like they're just calling his name, and he's popping up everywhere. That's hilarious. It's funny. So I would imagine Joe Hendry is at the show at the moment. NXT is on tonight, so most of the matches should be announced after tonight. They weren't all announced. So I only had 3 that I could talk about. So this is the next one that's actually pretty big. It's Jacy Jane, who is the NXT Women's Champion. She won that belt from Stephanie Vaquer. So she beat the WWE Champion to win that belt. And she's going against one of the hottest wrestlers right now, Lola Vice. I don't know if you've seen Lola Vice, but
can't say I know.
So she's got a cool story. She actually did some time. Her father is a karate instructor, I believe. And then so she learned that, and then she went into MMA. So she actually has some MMA fights. And then she switched over to wrestling. So part of her character, she uses a lot of punches and kicks as part of her character. But like Stephanie, she knows what assets get her attention, if you know what I mean.
Understood. Got it.
She literally has this little booty thing that she does, and then she does puts her butt in your face when you're on the ground next to the ropes.
Oh, yeah, like Rhea does.
Like Rhea does. Yeah. Same thing. Same concept.
Okay. Got it.
So fun. She's hot. She's been she's been on a rocket ship lately. So this should be a fun match. JC Jane has done really well as a bad guy, as a heel. She's been doing some terrific work. So her and Fatal Influence. So this should be a really good match. I got a feeling Lola Vice is getting the title. I got a feeling.
Okay.
The main event, I would assume, is going to be Obafemi versus Ricky Saints. Now, Obafemi's just destroyed everybody. At this point, like, I don't even know why he's still in NXT. Ron and I talk about it all the time. Like, he's ready. He dominates everybody. He can immediately come up and have a feud with anybody, any of the big dudes. Gunther, Brunson Reed, Sheamus, Rusev. Like, put any of the big dudes against him. He is going to perform. He's awesome. He's got that kind of presence about him. Brock Lesnar.
Understood.
Next year, like, having him face Brock Lesnar and either lose and then win, or just win and get over, like, amazing. It'd be a great time. Obafemi is awesome. He is the ruler. He's held that belt, I think, over a year now, and he's just fought everybody. He has been a complete fighting champion. He's destroyed everybody. Ricky Saints is also a guy with a lot of experience. He came from AEW, I believe, as well, and he's pretty much ready to go to the main roster too. Like, the fact that these guys are still in NXT, I know it's a tough game, because when do you call them up? When do you have something for them to do on the main roster?
When you start bringing back old people into WWE like they have been, just as a...
That's got more to do with money than anything else. They've got some they've got good young talent in NXT that is ready to come up, but they just got to come up with something for them to do to make it make sense. I could make that happen. Like, to me, these guys are great. Ricky Saints is great. He had a really good feud with Ethan Page for a while, and now he's moved up to the big boys. I wouldn't be shocked if Ricky Saints gets called up sometime soon as well. He's got a great character, good wrestler. It's good stuff, man. So this should be fun. The match that hasn't been announced yet, but she's on. This is for Cody too. She's on the poster for NXT No Mercy. Is Blake Monroe?
Oh yes, you like her a lot.
I mean, so one, she's pretty hot, right? Two,
no disagreements there.
She's got a British accent. I'm in. Three, she's getting better as a wrestler. I do think when she first started in NXT, it was a little rough the first couple matches. I feel like she's starting to find her groove, but she's now playing this weird kind of evil character. She just had this promo. It's about a two-minute promo where it's dark. Her makeup's kind of messed up. The lighting's real dark. Like, it was awesome, man. So I'm excited to see what they have for her. I think it'll be Jordan Grace. I mean, that's who she's been feuding with. So they should probably do one last match with her, and then we're good to go, man. So NXT No Mercy Saturday. Unfortunately, I won't be able to watch it live, but I will have to catch it up Sunday morning before football. I'll have to watch it probably. So,
fair enough.
There's not an F1 race this weekend, right?
I'm double checking.
No,
there's not.
Watching F1 gives me a reason to hang out with my son. So
It's plural,
it's worth
sons. You adopted me,
it.
remember?
Right, I did adopt you. So yes, it's worth it. I enjoy spending time with both of my sons, all three of my sons. So, yeah, man. So hopefully you'll get caught up a little bit, Robert. I hope I got you a little excited to check out a couple of
Yes,
those matches from WrestlePalooza.
for
Raw
sure.
last night.
I'll be checking them out.
I know you get some time throughout the day to put some stuff in the background. Those would be some things to watch and enjoy. I think you said you had a spicy question for me.
So my spicy question for you was actually going to be, with all of this older talent coming back to the WWE, who would be your number one new talent to bring over from any situation? AEW, NXT. What would you do?
I mean, NXT right now, man. Like for me, I'd bring up Trick Williams, Obafemi, Ricky Saints, and Ethan Page.
And how would you work it into the story? How would you set up either one of those to go to the
So
WWE?
that's a tougher one. For me, Ethan Page would be great to join the Vision.
Okay.
Or Ricky Saints. Both of those guys can play heel characters really well. They can kind of be jerks, and that fits the Vision, right? I feel like the Vision also needs like, I feel like they kind of need that younger guy. I know Braun Breaker's kind of that guy. I'm not a Braun Breaker guy, so like I'm not really interested in him. I like Bronson Reed more than I like Braun Breaker myself.
Didn't know that.
But
good to know.
Yeah, I don't know. Braun Breaker, just the whole twitching and the dog barking and like, man, you ain't Junkyard Dog. You know, the spear is awesome. His athleticism is awesome. The Frankensteiner that he does, where he just basically runs to the corner, jumps up to the top rope, and flips you down, is amazing. What he does in the ring is great. I just don't like his character. Like
Fair.
To me, his character doesn't do it. And I think that's my biggest problem with Braun Breaker. And he's horrible on the mic. He can't talk worth shit. So
Understood.
I mean, Obafemi, I'd bring him up immediately and have him feuding with the top guys. Because he's just a monster. He's a beast. So for me, to me, that's like the perfect Brock Lesnar feud. Brock Lesnar's the beast. Obafemi's the next beast. Bring him up and let's have some fun. Right? That's what I would do. I would get Obafemi in a feud with Brock Lesnar. Ethan Page, he could feud with anybody. You know, his smile, it's just his ego stuff is amazing, man. So the other one I would probably bring up, I like Javon Evans a lot too. I know he's still learning a little bit. He's only 21. But you watch a Javon Evans match, bro. That dude is, the things he does. You just pull up Javon Evans highlights, and his stuff is off the charts, man. He does things that you just don't see. He's got athleticism for days.
That's cool.
He's a younger version of Logan Paul, but
okay.
Even and maybe even a little bit better with what he can do. So
okay, interesting.
And you know how I feel about Logan Paul.
I was about to say, Logan. Yep. I mean, I get so much hate for it. I mean, I think Logan Paul's amazing.
Logan Paul and Ethan Page could be tag team partners. Let's do that.
That'd be cool.
Like two jerks, right? Those guys just need to be up there. So that's who I would bring up. Now I know if you bring them up out of NXT, you've got to replace them. And I think NXT's been hot this year. And I think that's one of the other struggles is like, we've been really hot. We've been doing well. If we bring them up to the main roster, now who fills that void talent-wise that people are going to be interested in? So we shall see. Fair enough. Ron, I hope you're having a great time. I can't wait for you to listen to the show. Robert, thank you so much for filling in for Ron.
Thank you for having me again. Thank you for having me. Always appreciated.
If you guys don't know and you don't like it, we got 2 words for you. Suck it! You didn't even help, Robert. Didn't even help.
I didn't know.
See you guys next time.
Yeah. Smack talking raw. Ron and Pinky in the house. We the main event, yo, the crowd gon' scream. Cena hit the ring, you can see me theme. See a punk pipe bomb, truth getting told. Stephanie Vaquer in the ring looking bold. Pinky's on the mic, Ron's got the play. Dropping hot takes every single day. Mike's blaze, crowds wild, energy tall. Monday night vibes, we bring it on. From the top rope talk.